Hi guys, welcome to the Turismo Diaries. I'm here today at Hatfield House here in Hertfordshire. I thought I'd get up, give the car a quick wash and head down here to talk through this particular model, the Celica. The Celica production spans approximately 36 years from the 1970s to 2006. The Celica is best known for its homologation model, the GT4, which appeared in the World Rally Championship as a Group A. In order to do so, I had to produce several thousand cars, and one of the road-going versions of that was the GT4, which appeared as the ST160, which had 165 wins, the ST180, which had 16 wins, and the ST205, which had a single win, occurring between 1989 and 1995. The road-going version of the later ST205 model had 239 horsepower, or 251 in Japan. This model and various anniversary special edition models concluded the 6th generation Celica production in June 1999, and in July 1999 Toyota released the image of the XYR concept, which today's 7th generation car is based on. The car I have here is a 2003 1.9 VVTi with a premium pack specification. This being a 2003 car, it has a facelifted front and rear end, which includes a revised air intake. You can see it's much sharper than the previous model, changed to improve aerodynamics, had better brakes which were increased to 275 millimeters over the previous standard set. The Speedo italics were removed and replaced with a more standard looking font, and the rear tail lights had the ambers removed. If we take a look under the hood, which is popped using this small pulley, you can see we have the 1.9 VVTi 16 valve engine, VVTi standing for variable valve timing with intelligence, which modulates the intake cam place angle to increase torque and HP through the rev range. It's similar to the engine set up in the Lotus Elise S1. It's not the most powerful engine at 140 brake. That said, this car is quite light, and that was one of the key features of the design of this model, coming in at around 1,200 kilos. If you compare that, say, to the equally aged Mark 1 8N Audi TT, which had about 150 horsepower with its 1.8 turbo engine, that weighed approximately 1,465 kilos. The engine bay itself is quite remarkable. It's very easy to work on. These plastics simply lift off, very easy clips to undo. They're not the most robust clips, some of them are quite loose, but they're easily replaced, and you normally get a pack of around 10 or 20 on eBay for a couple of quid. The Japanese market is known for modifications, and the designers are very aware of that, so things are very easily replaced. Another feature of the revised front end is this front air scoop, which allows the radiator to be cooled quite significantly from above and below. And then you've got the roof scoop, which was widened on the later model, allowing air to pass through this vent all the way down, directly into the engine itself, and then through the underbelly of the car to improve the aerodynamics. On the exterior as a whole, I'm a much bigger fan of the facelifted model. I think it's lasted, in terms of design, very well, even against cars that are released today. I find the wheels slightly on the small side, but they're very good for the roads that we have here in the UK. The lights, again at the back, much better improvement over the previous set with the ambers included. I do like this sort of high cheekbone. Looks very good in the wing mirrors as you're driving along, and this boot lid, this single piece of glass that forms the boot lid, is really nice. I think it's a very well designed car as a whole. Lifts quite high, so you're not going to bang your head getting anything in there. Another thing I like are these headlights, patented by Schneider, who's one of the designers for this car. I think it looks smashing. In the boot, a very large boot, especially with the seats down, you'd get an 8-foot Christmas tree in there easily with any luggage for a long journey. As I say, there's a lot of tips towards this being a GT car based on the size of the boot. You'll notice these loops in the boot, front and back on both sides, there to restrain any luggage for any long period of time. Underneath we have the locking wheel nuts and a tool for the wheels, very nicely kept and presented. And the other side is just some more storage, and obviously, and underneath we have the spare wheel. This particular model was bought by a lady in Chesham in 2003. With the car, you get this rather lovely looking Celica passport, as they've termed it, and there's quite a comprehensive owner's manual, which is very, very detailed, and the service record is also very nice. All service, all stamped up to around 40,000 miles, and then it was sold in around 2009. Then went to an independent in Rickmansworth. From then, 59,000 miles. There was nothing when I took the car on it, just below 90,000 miles. From then, I've done everything myself. It's a very easy car, as I've said, and I tend to now do everything around 5,000 miles just to keep it tip top. In addition to that, all of the receipts, let's say, kept in good order. Some of the key features of the premium pack were the leathers, which have the branding on the seats themselves, the electric sunroof, which is now a glass sunroof for the revised model. Previously it was a polymer plastic, really in line with their strive for lightness, but I think for cost reasons it was replaced with a glass roof. I really like the interior. It's one of the most considered interiors in the sort of Japanese car market, opposed to the very function over form. There's a nice line that is carried on from the centre console all the way up the glove box and onto the doors. Something else I like in the interior is this clever cubby hole for the fuses, very neatly placed, very easy to get to, very easy to replace any of the fuses that go wrong. With the low centre of gravity, the improved brakes, a good sized steering wheel, and the racing style seats, a very nice handling car. If you're looking for something sporty and very affordable in today's market, I say look no further than the Toyota Celica. Well guys, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to bringing you the next entry into the Turismo Diary.